Small Business Shoutouts are brought to you by Yankton Thrive, a service of 5-Star Communications. Business owners, if you're interested in being interviewed for our Small Business Shoutouts with Yankton Thrive, contact the folks at Yankton Thrive.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of Small Business Shoutout. This is Brittany Wagner with Yankton Thrive, and today we are visiting with Clay Stoddard from the Red Hydrant. Welcome, Clay.
Hey, thank you.
So we've had a chance to talk in the past, but refresh my memory. Tell me a little bit about the history of your, love for all things animals.
Well, I've always grown up loving dogs and just kind of didn't really plan on it, but made it a bit of a career and started training dogs back in 2012. I guess you could call it professionally, although it didn't really pay all the bills at that time.
Spoken like a true small business owner,
right? And then in 2020, your husband Josh approached us about taking over at the Red Hydrant after you and him had got that started, I think, in 2019, right?
Yep.
And we were able to make things work, and Rachel, my wife, and I, we took over and hit the ground running, and it's been a whirlwind ever since.
It's crazy to think that was 4 years ago already. and for those who don't know, my husband and I, yes, we love animals, but Clay and Rachel are the masterminds. They know dogs in and out. We just like to pet them and cuddle them. So they've done a fantastic job. But so tell me again a little bit about all the different services you offer, from the very basic doggy daycare all the way up to the full board, the stay-in trains, and everything in between.
The Red Hydrant, we do boarding, overnight boarding or multi-day boarding. We also do daycare, which is drop your dog off usually in the morning. They spend the day with us, and then you pick them up after work and take them home and spend the night with them. We also have grooming services and training services. On the training side, we offer everything from board and trains. We have a 3-week board and train program to one-on-ones and group classes. I also do some training kind of during daycare and boarding at times as an add-on.
I think that it's just in your nature. So I don't know that you could stop yourself from trying to correct, right? Or help redirect.
Yeah, it's not about correcting, exactly. It's about finding a behavior you'd like the dog to do instead. So my training philosophy is all about building behaviors and changing what the dog does in a situation.
And I don't think I have heard a single even remotely negative review about anything from your training programs to the grooming to the doggy daycare. But I also wanted to highlight the doggy daycare because I think that people are often, why do you need to have daycare for your dog? But it's a perfect service for so many types of people. Can you touch on who may benefit from that service?
Yeah, so we have all sorts of clientele. We have everything from people who are working, 8 to 10 hours a day and just don't have time to get home to take their dogs out, to people who just want their dogs to have a little more social time and they don't have access to other friendly dogs that they can get along with. We get a lot of, especially during the school year, when the kids are at school, people want to have their dog kind of hang out with us. And then during the summer, they hang out with the school or the kids when they're home. And, it's a nice little balance. And we've got some people who bring their dog every day. We've got some who bring their dog once a week or once every couple weeks, or sometimes just whenever needed. You're going to Sioux Falls for a doctor visit or something like that and need somebody to watch your dog for a little while. So it's a really flexible kind of service for them.
And such a great service, and I think that the community of Yankton has really embraced it. I personally know dozens of people, for many of the reasons that you mentioned, utilize this service, but also because sometimes their dogs don't get enough exercise during the day, and if they don't have the capacity to come home for an extra walk, right, you can offer those services as add-ons. I've also noticed some of the fun little things, like I think about Thanksgiving when you offer your turkey dinners, right, as these add-ons. Lots of options for all shapes and sizes.
We have all sorts of boarding add-ons or daycare add-ons. We do everything from an additional walk to fetch time. We have an enrichment time or a training session. We even have the opportunity for a little snuggle time with the dog. Some people like to take that up when they're away from their dog for a little while.
And I've seen some really cute snugglers, right? You've got
Yes.
some kiddos at home that help with that. But you don't just do dogs, right? You do other animals, or is that?
We do have a small space that we can take cat. We typically like to do either one cat at a time or maybe a family of 2 cats. Space for the cats isn't super big, and with as many dogs as we have, sometimes it can stress them out.
Absolutely. Any other bizarre animals that you've boarded before?
We have taken, we took some bunnies at one point for a couple days. We have a guinea pig of our own that we leave there sometimes if we have to go on a trip. One of our employees at the time had some hermit crabs that she left with us, so that was kind of fun.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, definitely out of the dog wheelhouse. So how can people get a hold of you? If someone's looking for information, what is the best way to contact you or the Red Hydrant itself?
First thing I would say is maybe check out our website. It's redhydrantinn.com. And if you are an existing client, you can go through the portal there and book any of our services. And you can also sign up as a new client that way. And you can check out pricing and little snippets of description of our services and everything. You can also contact us through Facebook or give us a call. The phone number is 665-7297.
And for those of you who can't remember that number, it is 665-PAWS.
Yes.
Super clever. You and the Red Hydrant, your family, Rachel, you have decided to join Yankton Thrive. Can you share a little bit about why or what was behind that decision to join Yankton Thrive?
We consider ourselves part of this community and, trying to just do anything that we can to support the community and the people in the community, and of course the pets in the community. So we like to try to support as much as we can in any way that we can.
And you do a fantastic job of doing that, from volunteering to coach to sponsorships to just giving back time. So thank you for all of those. Next question, and my last question for you, is Yankton is all about supporting local businesses, right? Shop local, support small. How can the community of Yankton continue to support you and your small business?
It's a little bit of a selfish statement, I think, but I think the best way that Yankton can support our business is to support the dog community in general. And that can be anything from other businesses becoming more pet friendly, or having maybe some pet-centered activities around town. And we have a beautiful, beautiful town with wonderful access out to the river and the lake. And, just adding in people's love of pets and all of that to the community would be a great asset.
I don't think that's a selfish answer at all. It's nothing that I would have thought of myself, but I think that it is truly encompassing of community supporting community.
That way I can take my dogs anywhere.
Yeah,
No, I'm just
absolutely. Well, yeah, absolutely. And when you have a pet, it becomes part of your family.
Absolutely.
So anything else that you would like to share with us today, Clay, on either the Red Hydrant or any of the services?
Keep an eye out on Facebook for everybody. I will be starting a couple new training classes here, probably first part of September. And so if anybody's interested in doing a group training class, I will be opening that up here probably next week.
Excellent. And then those training classes, remind me, they are puppy all the way up to different levels?
This round I'm going to be doing probably a level 1, level 2, and a level 3 course. I'm not going to do a puppy one this round. We'll probably do that after the first of the year. Done a bunch already this summer, and try and focus on some older dogs.
Perfect. Thank you so much for being here. Again, this has been an edition of Small Business Shoutout. Today we visited with Clay from the Red Hydrant. If you would like to learn more about Red Hydrant Inn and Playground or any of our small businesses, you can find them on our website, yanktonsd.com.
Small Business Shoutouts are on the air every Tuesday at 10:30 and Thursday 2:30. Small Business Shoutouts, along with Yankton Thrive and 5 Star Communications, Classic Hits 106.3. Hits